So, what are we doing here?
I am using my Strauch dome carder to card together Surrey alpaca, bamboo, fire star, and some Angelina fiber. And I got this kit from a lady on Etsy. I don't remember her shop, but she doesn't have any more. I looked at her shop, but...
What is that right there?
This is Surrey alpaca. It's a longer haired alpaca, and it has very nice soft fur.
And what's this other stuff?
This is bamboo.
Like, you know, bamboo shoots at Bamboo Poodle?
Yes, they chemically they put it under a chemical process in order to get it into the fibers.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes out into a really nice soft fiber, and it's a natural fiber, but it's not a natural process.
Mm-hmm.
And Firestar, it's like a synthetic material. It's got it glows a little bit. Just makes a nice little line in there right now. Then you have Angelina fiber, which is, it's a metallic synthetic fiber that creates some bling into your bat.
And so what are we doing with this thing?
This is a Strauch drum carder,
Yeah.
and what it does is you spread out your fibers a little bit. Now these are already carded, so they're nice already, but I wanted to blend them, so I'm gonna put them right here. Then I'm gonna blend some colors in there. Pull these out a little bit. I'm kind of making like a striped pattern. Just kind of putting it wherever. I'm pulling it out so that it doesn't go in there too thick. You want it to be thinned out a bit.
What's this thing?
This?
That's
a blending board. You can do the same thing on a blending board that you can do on a carder, just smaller portions.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first thing I bought.
And this thing?
That's called a skein winder.
It winds skeins.
Yes.
I was able to put that together.
And then you can use it to wind your skein into a ball with the ball winder that's right next to it.
I see.
But you're showing everybody my mess too, so.
Well. And what's this pile over here?
Oh, that's
the aforementioned mess?
Stuff I need to make into skeins.
I see. And this stuff?
I want to dye that. It's wool, 100% wool. And I want to dye it and put it into my shop eventually.
Uh-huh. For what purpose? I mean,
For
what do you
yarn.
use it for?
Yarn.
This stuff?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. And this thing?
That's a yardage counter. I use it for my sari silk that I sell in my Etsy shop.
I see.
Pen and hook at Etsy.com.
Okay. So back to this thing.
Okay.
Well, there's another interesting item over here I'm going to ask about. This.
Oh, that's an Addy knitter.
That looks like a sock machine.
It's a giant sock machine, basically. And it makes hats and watch your fingers.
I see. Okay.
So when you put your fiber in, you just kind of gently guide it into...
Hold on. Let me come around.
You kind of gently guide it into here, and this small drum, the liquor, I believe that's what it's called, will pick it up and move it onto the big drum. And then this brush helps kind of push it down a bit so that it gets blended. Now this is what happens with bamboo because it's a light fiber and it just kind of
fizzles out, frizzles.
Goes onto the
I see.
the liquor, and that's all right. Just pick it off.
Well, that thing looks positively medieval. I mean, you could use that on a larger scale as quite the instrument of torture.
Only you would think of that. Really, actually, one of the saints in the Bible, or not, well, he wasn't in the Bible, but one of the early Christian saints was tortured with wool combs, which is one of those puppies over there. But it's true.
And which saint was this?
I can't remember his name.
And so this thing rolls around and it collects on the big drum like that?
Yes.
And then what?
Well, I'm going to keep doing that until it's ready to come off, and I'll know that by when it starts coming back onto the liquor. Now, some of the fiber was doing that, but that's because it's pretty light. But it's not doing it in full force like it would if it were done. So
this thing fills up and it smooths it and combs it and blends it.
Yes.
And then how do you get off of there?
Well, I can show you that in a little bit if you turn off your machine.
If I turn off the machine. So we'll come back to see how it's removed. And you did some bats the other day. Last night.
Right.
Yeah. That really looked nice. And what were those?
Same thing that I'm doing right now.
This stuff? Oh, okay.
This is really my first attempt with this carder. And so if you see me doing anything wrong, that's why.
Okay.
I'm still learning.
All right. Well, we'll return when it's time to remove this stuff. Okay.
But what you do when you want to take it off, you put the brush up and you take their little knuckle saving device that helps you get it off, and you come over to where they have stapled the carding the carding cloth together.
The teeth?
Yeah, there's a line there. You'll see it when I take it off. And then you just pull it up.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
Because I like this tool because I've had my knuckles carded before and that hurts like the dickens. So you don't really want that.
No.
Then I'm just going to hold that in place like that. And then I just kind of slowly pull it off with my hands. Most of it comes off, but there is a little bit sometimes that doesn't. So you have to clean it with your doffer. But it makes a really nice bat. And since this is carded fiber already, I'm just going to go through it once and not recard it after this. But
And then once this is done, you can spin it.
right. Some people would felt. I don't felt. I don't know if you can felt bamboo, so but I spin. Just kind of comes off in a nice little sheet. See, and there's your place where you put your knuckle saving device. And here's the back. That's the top.
And you'll just feed that through your spinning wheel.
Right. And here's the bottom. Kind of experimenting with the colors and how they look when you put them on and go together.
So when will you be spinning this?
I'm hoping tonight.
Aha. Well, we'll continue this then. Do that again? Your Vanna White thing? Okay. So,
here's the fiber that we just carded. Then I'm spinning it on a Louet S10C with the art yarn attached, or bobbins. And I'm making it kind of thick because I want it to be an art yarn, and it's very slippery. And every now and then, what I'm doing is I'm putting in these little wool curls that came in with the kit. I think it's kind of fun. The art yarn wheel has a very fast tension, so you gotta speed up, or so you have to draft quickly or have your fiber pre-drafted. If you're just beginning, I suggest that. But whoops, see? It's very slippery. I let the fibers get too bunched up in my hand, but it's very easy on this wheel to put it all back into place because all the holes in the orifice are wide. So you can just stick it in there without having a hook and get back to spinning.
so this is not your standard type spinning wheel?
It is a standard spinning wheel, but the bobbin and the flyer are made for an art wheel.
And art wheel is what?
Art yarn.
Art yarn means what?
Well, art yarn is like it can be thick and thin, and you can put things in it to make it just your own yarn. And really some really beautiful results. That's those wool curlies that are sticking up. And this is how I put them in. I think you just kind of... Okay, here it goes. I just kind of like let it bunch up a bit, and then I push it so that the curls stay kind of curly. I don't know if you caught that.
Okay. And then what are you going to do with this yarn?
I don't know yet. I'm spinning it in an S ply, or S spin. See how it remained kind of curly there?
Okay.
So that I can crochet with it or weave with it, because I'm not a knitter. And if you knit, yarn is better going in the Z direction. But when I ply it, it'll ply in the Z direction, and that's good for crochet.
Okay.
Just the way the hook works
Okay.
versus the needles.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay.
Unless you want to watch this again.
No, I'm good. Thank you.